Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. I know, it's been a while. I haven't done a redstone video in quite a while, and this is one of the weirdest redstone videos I've done ever. And you probably know by the title of the video, but in case you don't, this is an AFK fish farm. And probably the cheapest AFK fish farm ever. Okay, no, that's not true. There might be some other cheaper ones out there, but this is a reliable and cheap AFK fish farm, so how do you compete with that? But yes, this is a super duper simple AFK fish farm. All you need is 2 tripwire hooks, 1 piece of string, 2 trapdoors, 3 plus hoppers, 2 plus chests, 1 redstone repeater, and 5 pieces of redstone dust, and a few building blocks. But that doesn't really matter. You can literally build this out of dirt. The most expensive thing is a few pieces of redstone here, which isn't really that hard to get. Just mine for a few minutes on Y13, and you can mine it with an iron pickaxe. It's really not that hard to get in survival mode. And this is great for treasure enchantments. Before I start the video, I have to clear up 2 common misconceptions. Firstly, you might be thinking, what's the point of an AFK fish farm after the 1.16 update? Because if you keep up with the Java Edition snapshots, then you will know that in Java Edition, you can no longer get treasure from AFK fish farms because of a patch that they had. Well, that patch didn't come to Bedrock Edition, so you can still get all the treasure loot you want on Bedrock Edition. So that's not really a problem. And another one, this is a really long-running misconception. People say if you want more treasure enchants, or if you want more treasure from an AFK fish farm, or from fishing in general, do not put lure on your fishing rod. This is 100% wrong. Luck of the Sea increases your chance of getting treasure, and most people think that lure increases your chance of getting fish. However, this is not the case. Lure actually increases your chance of getting a bite in general. It doesn't affect what you get from that bite. You can still get treasure from that bite, which you will if you have Luck of the Sea. Well, not 100% guaranteed, but you oftentimes will a lot more often if you have Luck of the Sea. So, a fishing rod like this is the best you can have. Don't cheat yourself from getting all the best stuff by leaving lure off your fishing rod. Lure increases how much stuff you get, it doesn't affect what stuff you get. So yes, this is a super duper simple farm. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, you need a bucket of water. But basically you just need hopper, chest, iron trapdoor, a tripwire hook, a little bit of string, 1 redstone repeater, and a couple pieces of redstone dust. So basically all you have to do is just build up 2 blocks here. You're going to place a tripwire hook right there, string on the tripwire hook, if I can just place it. And you're gonna want another block over here, but you don't want a block underneath it. You can remove the block underneath here if you like. So you're gonna need that there. Also, before you do any of that, you're going to need a double chest. I moved that 1 block too close. I suppose you could probably figure out how to work this without this hopper. You could just take out this last hopper and place a chest there, but I find it to be slightly more reliable if you have the hoppers, just because of hitboxes. So I'm gonna leave the hopper there. You want a trap door there. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of what it was. So blocks all around here. Trap door on that block. Block behind the trap door. A repeater. Do not increase its ticks. A block there. And a little bit of redstone dust just wrapping around, facing into that block. And now you just need your bucket of water, and you are done. That's literally how easy this is. And you do not want to waterlog the block there. You might accidentally waterlog the hopper, just be careful about that. Make sure that the hopper is funneling, that the hoppers are funneling in towards each other. You need to aim at that block when you're placing the water, and now I need some string. Yes, just place the string there, and you're literally done. You can increase the storage a little bit by going down a few blocks and adding more hoppers and chests, because that's all you have to do. Just make sure the hoppers are facing in towards the chests, and you can expand the storage as much as you want, as far down as you want. So now all you need is a fishing rod, and from fishing just like less than half an hour, I got all of this loot, a ton of enchanted stuff, plenty of fish, infinite food. You don't really need to get food anymore. Name tags, nautilus shells, saddles, a bunch of different stuff. You can get bottles from this, in case you need bottles for some reason. And the best thing is, if you just have a basic fishing rod, you can get a good, awesome fishing rod, because from the loot, in the loot table is fishing rods and all kinds of enchantments. The only enchantment you cannot get from this is soul speed. That is the only enchantment you cannot get from this. And you can get enchanted books also that you can put on anything. So basically all you have to do to actually work the farm is don't quite stand on the trapdoor, don't stand inside the dip in the hopper, stand on the very edge of the hopper, not quite on top of the trapdoor. Make sure you're not crouching, and aim just above the iron trapdoor back there. The lower you are, the more reliable this is, the lower you are on the block over there. And now you are going to need some type of clicker for this, some type of thing that makes your character use the cast button automatically. Now, this farm was designed with a very specific timing, because the clicker I have works very differently than many other clickers, and if you are playing on Nintendo Switch or any console, this is what you have to do. Xbox and PlayStation might have the potential to have some type of clicker, but if you're on Nintendo Switch, like I am, you need a specialized turbo controller. I have a turbo controller, and the turbo controller I have gives me 6 inputs per second. And the reason I designed my own farm, instead of using one of the many ones that exist, the many ones that exist have very different timings that don't exactly work for 6 inputs per second. So if you have a clicker or a macro or whatever it is, then just set it to do 6 inputs per second. So just do it and just hold down the button or whatever. Just make sure your character is doing the inputs, and now you just have to wait. And occasionally you might miss something, and occasionally the machine breaks, but that is due to a glitch in the Bedrock Edition, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, the reason the repeater is there is because if your character pulls the rod out as soon as the tripwire loses signal, sometimes you miss the fish. So adding a single tick of delay makes you get more reliable stuff. So that is why the repeater is there. Now, you might think that you're missing stuff, because sometimes the stuff doesn't appear on screen, and sometimes it does. And you might be tempted to add more delay onto the repeater, but do not do that. That will just make this machine far less reliable. It'll make you miss the fish a large majority of the time. And you see right there, like that, I missed the fish. Or, no, I did not miss the fish, but the fish did not appear on screen. Let me go into survival mode just to show you that this works. The fish didn't appear on screen, so you might think that I didn't catch it, but that's just because the hopper picked up the fish so quickly. And yes, that is going to about do it from me. I will put a link to the turbo controller I have in the description. If you play on a Nintendo Switch, it's a great controller in general. It's not the fastest turbo controller or anything like that, or it might be. I hadn't heard of a turbo controller before I saw this, but it's very useful, very effective, and it just works. And just from those few minutes, we got a little bit of stuff. Not the best loot, but just fish until your fishing rod breaks, and by the time your fishing rod breaks, you will probably have gotten a better fishing rod in the loot, or at least some sort of enchantment. And remember, lure and luck of the sea should go on the fishing rod together. It's absolute lies that they don't work together or shouldn't work together. But that's about all the time I have for today. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and click that bell icon to make sure you never miss an upload of mine. This has been The Brain, signing off. Goodbye.